What's going on, YouTube? I am Germ here, and today we are now a couple of days, a day, 2 days, whatever, into the life cycle of Counter-Strike 2. And so far, things are looking pretty rough on the CS investing side of things, but also the in-game side of things as well. It seems like really no one is coming out of the CS2 official release all that happy. But I am here in this video to kind of flip the script a little bit to talk about why there might be some positive news coming out of all of this and why this lackluster CS2 release and the overall lack of content and a lot of these different things is actually a very, very large opportunity. I'm going to talk about some of the different things that I'm considering buying, that I'm going to be buying over the next couple weeks, and trying to figure out how we can make the best out of what has overall been a pretty, I don't know, pretty bad situation, pretty disappointing situation, whatever. You know, I think it's totally okay to be disappointed. I'm just as disappointed as a lot of you guys are, but that doesn't mean it's time to give up. That doesn't mean it's time to sulk. That means it's time to still make the best out of every situation possible, because that's all you can do, and that's what good investors do. First, let me plug my cash trading business really quick. This is like pretty much a part-time job for me at this point. It's really been exploding. It's been going so well. If you guys are looking to cash out on any of your CSGO items, stickers, knives, skins, whatever, definitely hit me up. Twitter is the best way, but if you don't have Twitter, you can find me on Discord and Steam and YouTube and all these other different places. But Twitter DMs is definitely the best place. We've had all kinds of sales get done so far. I've spent tons of money on skins, which has been really ridiculous. But yeah, hopefully I'm helping you guys out, and of course it's helping support me, my channel, and my content as well. So if you guys are interested in that, that would be awesome. Again, people so far have been really satisfied. I haven't really had any complaints. Everything's gone very smoothly and very well. So I really think you have nothing to worry about. And yeah, you can cash out safe and quick. So with that being said, let's get right into this. So first I want to talk about this tweet from Raw CSGO, where he says, during the first day of release, CS2 peaked at approximately, well, let's call it 1.4 million concurrent players. This is far from the 1.8 million we had in May, and not even close to the 1.55 million concurrent players just a couple of weeks ago. So, his overall thing that he's saying is, hey, the CS2 release actually wasn't a big spike at all. You know, so many people were like, oh, CS2 release is going to be this huge, insane spike, and we're going to go to these crazy prices. I'm going to get to sell out. I'm going to make so much money. And I've been telling you guys to slow your horses a little bit, because that doesn't make a ton of sense. Obviously, I was expecting and hoping for a big CS2 release with a ton of new content. We got a ton of new players in. But even if we did get a ton of new players in on day one, which seems a little bit unlikely. The game came out on like the middle of the day on a Wednesday or something like that. I don't even know what today is. Maybe it came out on a Tuesday, a Wednesday, whatever. Which wasn't a great time. Obviously, it's still kind of like off period too. I know things really start to heat up like towards the winter months and stuff like that. Also, of course, things are going to heat up on the weekends. Also, we got no big new exciting content or whatever. But even if we did get this grand new release and everything went perfectly, if everyone's plan was to sell out and cash in these massive gains, that's going to provide a ton of selling pressure, and that's going to crash prices. So it didn't really make sense that everyone's strategy was to try and sell out on the CS2 release. But obviously, none of this helped when the CS2 release was not even all that impressive. The CS2 announcement got it up to 1.8 million players, and now the CS2 release, is still good. 1.4 million players is great. It's not like CS2 is dead or dying or anything like that, and you can still see the opportunity and the potential of when CS2 does finally release a new case or a new operation or some brand new content, something we've never even heard or thought of before. You could definitely see how we could push this into 2 million players and beyond. Obviously, right now, people are overall disappointed with no new content. People are disappointed with the state of the game. But I don't think CS2 is a bad game. I think it's a good game. I don't think it's done anything groundbreaking yet, but I think they're setting the foundation. I'm not trying to make excuses for them, but I am saying their framework is still there for CS2 to have insane growth over the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years. And that's really where you're going to make the money in this market. Yes, obviously, I'd love to see stuff go up in the short term, but that isn't what's happened. I know some of the tweets here say I'm optimistic for the future, but I believe I speak for most of us when I say that this was not the big release we'd been waiting for. It wasn't worth the buzz, tweets, and banner changes. The actual announcement of CS2 drew more people back in the game than the release, which is all true. But again, what this has done, it hasn't sent anything to the moon. It had, Paris isn't going crazy. No stickers, guns, anything like that is going crazy. This is actually what it has done to the market. We can take a look at Esport Fire really quick and see that the Esport Fire 300 graph has fallen off of a cliff. This has been an absolute disaster from September 27th to today on September 28th. But there's two ways to look at that. You can see that as an absolute disaster, and your plans to cash out and make a quick buck have all, been foiled, and now you need to panic sell, or now you need to get out of this, and, screw Valve, and this is why CS investing is stupid, and look at all these idiot CS investors. I've gotten so many comments trying to roast me or whatever the past couple of days, but you could also see this as an amazing opportunity to buy the dip, because again, I still do believe very, very soon we're going to be getting some new content in CS2. We're going to get some kind of, like I said, operation or case or some kind of brand new content or whatever that is going to come. Also, we could still see a big player base spike on the weekend. We could still see a gradual, which is healthier and more sustainable, player base increase over the next couple months and years, like we have always seen throughout the lifetime of CS. Because again, I do not think CS2 is a bad game. It is maybe unpolished. It is maybe different. It's maybe not what everyone is expecting, not what everyone is hoping for, but with the constant care and support from Valve, it is going to continue to get better, and it is going to continue to grow. I do really believe that. We can take a look at some of the different things. Cases kind of shot up for a little bit, but you can already see a ton of streamers, guys like XQC, are doing insane case unboxing and trade ups and all this stuff. So investing into skins that are going to be used for trade up contracts is definitely a place where you can make some money. Also, investing into cases as we continue to see, especially right now with the lack of new CS2 content, cases are going to be a surefire way to make a ton of money, but cases have been an insane investment over the past couple of years, so that's definitely something to look out for. You can see agents have really fallen off a cliff. They have crashed down. We also have, all the old majors are not doing that well. All the new majors are not doing that well. Stockholm had a nice little drop. Antwerp had a nice little drop. Rio had a nice little drop. And Paris is now actually at all-time lows. Paris at 1265 at the time I'm recording this video, breaks the previous low of 1283 back in July. So this is a really awesome opportunity to buy the dip on all different kinds of stuff. Again, things are not dipping because CS is dead, or that CS is going to zero, or that investing is dead, or that CS is terrible and sucks and nobody's ever going to play it again. Again, we are still talking about 1.4 million concurrent players or something absolutely ridiculous, and that's for a pretty disastrous release that really no one is hoping for, that's also on a Wednesday and all this other crazy stuff. Imagine once Valve finally starts to get some more things right and starts to really right this ship. I think the floor is very, very high in this instance, and I think the ceiling is very, very high as well. Now, obviously, they're still going to have to accomplish all these things, but right now I do think is a great time to buy the dip. If you were, over the past 3 months, if you were excited about the release of CS2 back during April, during that CS2 hype, if you were buying into things and waiting to, go to the moon or stonk or whatever, now prices are significantly lower on pretty much everything. We're seeing a big retracement. And if last week you were buying stuff, getting ready for the release of CS2, now those prices are lower. And again, I don't think these prices that we saw 3 months ago or 3 weeks ago or whatever, I don't think those are the all-time highs. I think we're going to obviously break those barriers at some point over the next couple of years. So these prices crashing, while yes, in the short term it does suck, and looking at your portfolio and your items and your inventory and seeing things worth less, that sucks, but it does give you a great opportunity to buy. And right now, when a ton of people are pessimistic, everyone's shitting on CS2, everyone's shitting on Paris, everyone's shitting on CS investors and saying you guys are idiots and saying Valve is so stupid and blah, 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 blah. Those are the best times to buy. Those are the times when prices are going to be down. Those are times when market sentiments are going to be down. Those are the times where the real money is going to be made. When there's times of euphoria and everyone is just buying everything and everything's going crazy up in price, that's awesome and that's fun. But when those crashes happen and things come back to reality, that's when people kind of get burned, and that's when people lose a lot of money. But right now, when buying isn't cool and buying isn't attractive, that's when you can really make some money. So if you have been wanting to buy Paris stuff ever, Paris is at all-time lows. If you've been wanting to buy cases, cases are down. If you've been wanting to buy agents, agents are down. If you've been wanting to buy play skins or hype skins or whatever, prices are down right now. And I think if you're a smart investor and you want to make a pretty safe and sound financial decision in this market, my money is going to be in buying right now rather than selling or kind of sitting on the sidelines. I'm definitely going to be checking some stuff out. I can definitely see myself buying some cases in the next couple days. And yeah, we'll have to see how things go. But I think the smart money is going to be buying the dip in this instance. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you all in the next one. But until then, peace.